Hello, I'm here to playtest games for FCHQ week 306. I'm actually alone, so we have the alt count right here, and we're going to be playing just one game. Actually, not games, just one game. We're playing Pixel Royale, Chapter 2, Season 5 by Pixel Dime. This is a resubmission. I believe Chocolate Chip playtested this on week 301. I'm going to kind of read the feedback that he gave, kind of highlight what I'm going to be looking for when I playtest. This map for 1.0 experience has a lot going for it. I really enjoyed each and every POI and the unique landmarks you created inside of them. From the swamp areas to the ruined Olympus. Right away, we all wished that there was a round system so we could immediately jump into another round. This would increase your average playtime as well as allow your players to continue enjoying the game. When we did drop into your map, it only had some of us skydive and not often. It might be cool if you had a way to choose your location that you would spawn above, or add a launch pad in the sky that everyone starts at. That way it is easier to choose where you want to go. I really appreciated the extra minute. The extra minute of load time for consoles that may not load in fast. I would say to take your timer down to 1 minute though, and only have it play on the first round. I really liked how you could preview your weapons and see NPCs roaming around the background. The map looked really cool, but seemed to be pretty large for 16 players. It might be cool if you increase the the max player count or adjusted the storm to move a bit faster. Someone saw a floating prefab above one of the locations, so I would make sure to clean up any props you used to create any locations. Lastly, I was able to fall under one of the locations as it was missing terrain pieces. They could be destroyed. Either way, try to change the ground or add a barrier to make sure players can't fall through. Overall, you guys have a great start, and I can't wait to see what comes out of this experience. Okay. So I'm looking for mainly just changes that you've made based on this feedback. So I think rounds is one of them. Being able to choose where you land, or like the skydive function working for everyone. Higher max player count. We can actually check this right here. Still 16, so maybe you made the storm quicker. Or shrunk the map. Let's see. And then wasn't stated which location. There was a hole where you could go under the map. I can check his VOD if I do need to. Since I'm only playtesting your game today, I will be able to kind of be a little more thorough. So, I'm gonna jump in. Actually, I'm gonna read the description. I almost forgot, even though I was literally on the screen. Okay. Welcome to Pixel Royale, Chapter 2, Season 5. After the fall of Zeus and the destruction of the gods, the island has gathered strength and formed Aztina, a faction pledged to restore order. However, resistance is always imminent. Pixel Mares has arrived. Experience new Halloween content weekly. Week 1, new boss and Halloween decorations. Week 2, new spooky weapons. Week 3, jump scares and trick-or-treating. Week 4, Hey Man. Season ends on the 5th of November. And now let's jump in. I'm gonna play on controller so you don't hear my keyboard every 3 seconds. I think I mean, this is obviously intended, I think, but I am in the ocean. Nice little starting area, though. Curious, I see the other account. The available weapons. Oh, nice. So that's like the loot pool. That is really cool. Heals. Good selection. Oh, I didn't start skydiving. But we can deploy our gliders. So that's your fix for that. Which I think works. The rendering is gonna be really funky, huh? Let's see, is that a really fully spawn point? The answer's no. I like that I spawn with a good bit of ammo as well. I can build. Oh look, there are some of the floating pieces. Wonder if I can get up there in time. Maybe it's just like a rendering thing. I was not able to make it up in time. I can escape the map. Ooh, sandstorm. This is a cool POI. Where are those floating pieces? So you have floating pieces above like the upper left of Toxic Springs. I'd recommend going and removing those just to kind of clean up sky space. Unless there's something up there that's just not rendering, but I don't think that's the case. Past couple of chests I've gotten rocket ammo. Actually, that might just be like what's in the chest, huh? Yeah. That's not an issue. This is a huge map. It looks really good though. You did a great job. This is 1.0, you kind of have to sculpt it in. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of like outskirts of. I should check up there though, just in case. Ooh. What am I seeing? Oh my gosh. An underground like cave? Oops. Gonna drop that. It's kind of cool going around and discovering stuff because I know this is kind of just an issue with like the spatial loading, but stuff doesn't render in until you get closer to it. Kind of like its own discovery system, even though it's a little buggy. That's more of just a thing that's kind of locked into 1.0 with the spatial loading. But it's cool. Is that the Peely statue? You might want to put a prop manipulator on this just so people can't destroy it, because it is so big. Looks like something that's meant to stay. All these cliff pieces I can break too. Oh, you have the cliffs rounded out here, so it's fine. I fell in a crack. You might want to put up barriers around the edges of the map where, like, you know, the map's done, just so people don't go out, wander super far away. I don't know if you've increased the storm time at all, like made it quicker, but I'd recommend making it a bit quicker. It does take a while to kind of close in. I'd recommend, again, like things that are super big like this, put prop manipulators on them so people can't break them. No, so close. It didn't let me use my witch broom. You do have a really cool map. Like the level building. I like the Halloween stuff you have implemented too. The different effects, like over here there were audio effects and I saw ghosts. Got the pumpkins. Cobwebs. Oh, you don't have shoulder batching enabled? Oh, that's an issue. When I throw a launch pad, it, I think, went under the landscape. Oh, it's not on grid. It's partially on grid. Not on the Y level, though. Okay, let's go check out this little area. Cool train station you have here. Goes into tunnels too. A really creative use of the trains too. I like that. What's in the tunnel? What's storm ticking for? 2? I think I've explored everything. I might have missed something up here, so I'm gonna have to go back over there later. You know, let's do it now. I'm going the wrong way. Okay, might have to do it next round. Oh, just end it here. Where is it? Where's... There we go. Nice, you did implement rounds. Good. I'd recommend setting the in-between round times to like 5 seconds. It's not too bad having 15. Just to bring it down a little bit. Instead of having it as like a minute, you have it 30 seconds. I really wish I could walk around here. I can kind of understand that. The way you have it set up though. Okay, I'm going to explore over here. Good that you don't take fall damage from the initial drop. That skull is a cool little detail, I didn't even notice that. I wonder if there's fall damage in general, actually. It looks like this area is just kind of like end of the map. Looks like you were gonna put something here, though. Here, let's test fall damage. Okay, good to know. Okay, now I'm going to check Chocolate Chip's VOD. Let's see where that hole was in the map. See if that's still there. This was week 301, so I gotta... Let's see. Right here. Huh? YouTube might not be working right now. Hold on. Oh, maybe I can access it a different way as channel? Real one. Playback error. Gotta pull out the phone for this one. Let's see. I'm sorry you guys see anything on the stream. I'm gonna figure this out one way or another, right? Hopefully. I got playback error too. Is this something with the VOD? Hold on, maybe it's my internet. Try mobile data. And while that loads, I'm gonna explore. Maybe I can find that area myself. Your launch pads won't work in here. I'd recommend taking them out and putting in like shockwaves or a grappler. Because the way the building grid is there, the launch pad likes to not place where you want to place it. Well, you do place it, but you see how like there's a half wall right here? The launch pad decided instead of placing... letting me place a floor right here. Instead of placing the floor right here, which I can't for some reason, it's placing under. I can break this. We're good. I'm guessing it's counting, yeah, these tiles as being up here. Look, when I try to place anywhere else, nothing's going. Oh, this one's going. It works. The next one isn't. So that's why the launch pads aren't working. I'd just say remove them, swap them out with some other mobility item. It's because if you try to fix the whole grid situation, it's going to be a lot of unnecessary rebuilding. The grid isn't something that you can really change, so you'd have to change out like everything you've put in, which is not going to be fun. Here's something over. Gotta be a spot where I can get under one of these places. Unless you patched it. I'm gonna guess you patched it, but I'm also gonna look because maybe you didn't. You never know. I mean, this isn't the biggest deal, but I can get under this river. Break through this wall. Oh, I like the little story there. This used to be a waterfall. This used to be like a swamp area. This is the swamp area he talked about. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did the Nintendo Switch just die? It'll be okay. Oh, maybe it won't be okay. The round might end. I forgot to mess with the screen before it timed out. My bad. Oops. I noticed a little jitter when I pickaxe. This is an issue with your movement settings. I'm guessing you have them set to current VR. Setting them to chapter 4 should fix it. Custom, and then the movement preset, chapter 4. Not really a big deal though. Just a little detail I wanted to kind of bring up. I also think it would be really cool if you implemented the other movement mechanics like shoulder bashing through doors, the hurdling, wall climbing. I forgot what that one was called. Not really necessary though, but if you were wanting to kind of give more mobility, I'm gonna set this to private so we can kind of start it instantly. But just something to think of. It's not really something I'd say, oh, do this now. I want to wall kick and the other things. I spend this last round looking around for the hole, but I'm pretty sure you have everything patched up. I wonder if the hole that he found was like that under construction area that you have built now. You put that there to kind of, I guess, add to it. Make it more of an on-purpose thing. See if this is actually a minute or 30 seconds. That's 30 seconds. Hey! Look, I see my character. That's a neat little detail. I don't think I saw my character last time. Let's see the alt count. It looks different on the Switch. Oh, it's spectating me. Okay, this is the underground POI. I need to go look for... Let's see, where should I dig at? Ruined Olympus is probably, it looks like it's fine because the landscape is already like that. goes up a hill. The only place I could think of having it would be Toxic Springs for domain, possibly Pumpkin Fall. We'll go closest. Let's see, can I break the floor? I think he was talking about a missing landscape piece though. Or one that you could break, he wasn't sure. See if it loads, please. No, playback error, no. I don't really know what to look for actually. Since the VOD isn't loading. Guess we could place check. Try over here. You have it patched up pretty well. Found it. For the most part, you have it patched up pretty well. But you can get under Pumpkin Falls. I genuinely didn't think I was gonna find this. It's hard to tell what you don't have covered though, since you have this like just under the top of the tile, and its top tiles are kind of thicker. It's mainly just under this building, for the most part. The under construction building. So I'd recommend patching that out. I think that probably gonna be it. I don't really know what else to look into. So let's see how big of an area this is. I got this chainsaw. Make the most of it. Break the outside stuff first. Oh, it goes under this house too. I bounced off the decoration. Oh man. How loud is that chainsaw on stream? It looks like it's almost as loud as me. Go over here. Boom! Oh, I fell anyways. I didn't just walk on that. You're seeing things. Trust me. Okay. So it kind of looks like it just goes up to this wall. Yeah. And there you go. That's what the hole kind of looks like. Hold on, let's see if I can get on the roof of this house. Oh, and it goes over here too. I guess I don't have it fully exposed though now. There it is. I would recommend kind of patching that up so people don't take advantage of that. Overall, like feedback wise, I think the storm could probably be a little quicker, especially at the beginning, because I feel like the wait times are so long. I haven't been keeping track of specifics, but it feels like it's moving pretty slow. Just to kind of make it more fast-paced to keep it kind of mixed up. Players are pulled together for fights to get more fun out of it. Patching this up is another recommendation. Launch pads, switching those out with some other mobility item like shockwaves, impulses, or grapplers. Just because the launch pads a lot of the time are going to clip under the map. Fixed the issue from last time, like being able to kind of glide to wherever you want by adding the glider redeploy. Added rounds. Oh, the floating terrain pieces. only 4 things. So you could probably go out and delete those too, just to clean up the airspace here. You might want to add barriers around where the edges of the map is. But honestly, that's not like a super necessary thing. The storm will pretty much kind of deter players from going out, but I'd recommend having that storm be quicker because it does take what feels like a little too long. Kind of get in here. We're 11 minutes in, and it still feels like most of the game is still here. Most of like the map still here. You have really great design here though. I love it. Like the train is really creative. Station itself. And the storytelling with the map changes as well. Like this used to be the swamp, but it was kind of, the water was blocked off. Like it flowed through here. Probably connected with that river at some point. Yeah, look, there's a wall over there too. I don't even notice these 0-point crystals. The custom loot pool is really cool. I appreciate it. That kind of sums up all my feedback though. It's a cool little bridge right here. I feel like there's more I should say, but I don't really... I feel like I've kind of gone over everything, huh? You did a really good job on this map, though. I love it. I think you need to kind of go and make some changes to make it a little more fast-paced. Because it is a lot of walking around. I know that I don't have anybody here with me, so that kind of drastically changes how the gameplay is. But if there were 16 of us here, we would have fought a little bit, but I don't think we would have like naturally found each other if we weren't in a voice chat. Not everybody is in a voice chat when they're playing public. I know I'm not, at least. Even have that enabled. I mean, proximity chat could be fun, but proximity chat's currently broken, as far as I know. I don't use Fortnite's game chat, so I can't really kind of recommend anything with that. But main point is just to kind of speed things up a little bit so players get pushed together and have their fight. We're 14 minutes in, we're just barely down to 1 POI now. This would be a fun endgame zone. You might want... never mind. Not recommending that. I was gonna say you might want to put it in 0 build to avoid the grid issue, but there's open places because it's supposed to be build mode. That would just kind of create a new issue. Keep it build mode. Mess around with those storms though. Kind of experiment. I think I'm gonna call it there. Oops. How clear is the current season's story? It's very random because I just out of playing a creative game. Let's skip that. But my feedback will be more detailed, stated in the feedback channel for Feature Friday this Friday. I'm sorry I kind of didn't super expand on a lot, but you have a really solid game here. I love it. I love the design of it. Custom loot pool, like everything you've implemented. It's just that make it a little faster, because it is a bigger map, and 16 players fit well on it, but a little big for 16 players. It's mainly just the storm. The storm is too slow. Like, instead of making the wait time super long, make the shrink times a little longer, but don't make it so it's still like evenly like it's swapped. Like the storm shrink time, let's say for example you have the wait time 1.5 minutes, and you have the shrink time to 45 seconds. Don't just switch those, because it's still taking that time. But if you're making the shrink times slower, then in that initial like start game phase, players already are in the middle of the map, so you're not gonna have to worry about them spawning in the storm. I mean, the storm might cut off some POIs depending on how you have stuff placed with the storm devices, but have that initial spawn, have a storm that's around the island already. That way players kind of get more of a sense of where to land, since it's more closed off. But that's what I've got. Thank you for resubmitting this for Feature Friday. I did really enjoy kind of going out and exploring what you've created. And I hope I got you some good feedback there. I think I did, but that's kind of a biased opinion because it's my own feedback. I hope you're checking out the stream right now or looking at the VOD. It's an hour now, so if you did tune in, you're probably not still here, VOD or live, either way. If anybody's been chatting in the chat, I am so sorry if I've not noticed you. I have everything up on my screen, so if you said something and I ignored you, point it out to me on Discord and I'll try to. Sometimes my chat windows don't work on my end for some reason. I think I need to update my stream. I guess I'll get to that. That is it for this week's playtesting for Feature Friday, week 306. I will be back next week, playtesting some more. Everybody watching, VOD or not, again, thank you. Till next week. Goodbye.